When the soul shines, the power of being essential in challenging times, truly loving others, is a task that, while it may seem simple on paper, reveals itself as one of the most challenging journeys we face. It's easy to feel compassion when the pain is distant. In the face of global disasters that make headlines, an earthquake in California, widespread hunger in parts of the Midwest, a tragedy that touches us only through images and reports. In those moments, our hearts move with empathy, with compassion that is almost instinctive. But the true test of love lies in everyday life, with the people who share our streets, our neighborhoods, our small personal struggles. It's about loving those close to us. The coworker we may not fully understand, the neighbor quietly fighting their battles, the stranger passing by. Loving like this is harder, because love for those near us demands patience, presence, and constant dedication, even when there are no spotlights or recognition. This distinction between distant compassion and close love is the first important lesson we must cultivate. This is where the soul either expands or shrinks. A small soul settles into the comfort zone, closed off in its narrow world. A soul that allows itself to truly love transforms and grows, even amid the difficulties the world keeps presenting. Imagine walking through life holding a lit candle. This is the perfect symbol of what each of us carries, our inner light, hope, and strength to move forward. And when we find someone with their candle extinguished, that's when our simplest gesture can make all the difference. Sharing our flame doesn't leave us in the dark. On the contrary, it lights the path for both. This powerful metaphor reminds us that sharing is an act of growth, not loss. When we lend a bit of our light, we strengthen not only the other person but also ourselves. It's the magic of giving that connects us and makes us essential. In dark times, it is the flame we kindle for others that keeps our own light alive. And it's not just about grand gestures or eloquent speeches. Sometimes, simply listening, being present, offering a smile or a kind word is enough to rekindle extinguished candles. We are called to be beacons in a sea of uncertainty, and this begins with small daily acts. This past year has challenged us like no other. The pandemic disrupted our routines, frayed our patience, and tested our capacity to endure. Many felt overwhelmed by anxiety, impatient with time's slow pace, unsettled by the uncertainty of each day. The challenge was not only external but internal. How to maintain serenity amid chaos. How to avoid the anxiety that threatens to consume our strength. The answer is neither simple nor immediate, but it comes through the constant practice of cultivating hope and patience. Patience is not weakness, but quiet strength. It's the fertile ground where resilience grows, allowing us to continue even when everything seems hard. To deal with anxiety, we need tools, whether philosophical, psychological, or practical, that help us find balance and light at the end of the tunnel. The American philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "It becomes necessary to be someone." In other words, so that our existence doesn't dissipate into emptiness, so that we don't waste time in vain. We need to be necessary, essential to someone, to some cause. This is a call to action and relevance. Being necessary is more than existing, it's making a difference in another's life, leaving a positive mark on the world. In difficult times, this need becomes vital fuel to move forward. It makes us stronger, more connected, more human. When we understand that our purpose is to serve, help, and illuminate, everything gains new meaning. And the feeling of being needed nourishes our soul and renews our will to fight. Amid so many losses and challenges, we are reminded by stories of people who gave their all, who made their mission an act of courage and love. Anonymous men and women, but also figures who left a legacy. Like that writer and pilot who gave his life for a greater cause, or the little prince, an eternal symbol of innocence and sensitivity. These stories inspire us not to give up, to keep lighting our candles even when the storm seems endless. They show that greatness lies in simplicity, in daily commitment, in silent persistence. Each of us has the chance to write our own story of heroism. It doesn't need to be grand in the eyes of the world, but deep and true for the soul. And that story will echo through generations. Each person is responsible for all people. This phrase is more than an invitation. It's a summons to active solidarity. It doesn't mean interfering in others' lives, but assuming a commitment to mutual care, recognizing that our actions affect many lives. In times of crisis, this sense of responsibility becomes fundamental. It's what makes us follow protocols, extend a helping hand, support those in need. It's what builds strong, resilient communities. Our destinies are interconnected, and the only way to overcome present and future challenges is by walking side by side. The power of togetherness is a powerful reminder that no one wins alone. We live in uncertain times, but also in times full of opportunities to grow, love, and make a difference. True strength lies in embracing our role, becoming necessary to others, sharing our light, and nurturing hope even when all seems difficult. Don't let fear or anxiety extinguish your inner candle. Remember, together we are stronger, and every act of love transforms the world. Now, I invite you to look within and recognize the flame you carry. How about lighting someone else's candle today? It could be with a word of encouragement, an act of kindness, or simply by being present. Share this message. Inspire those around you to be lights in their communities, because the world needs you, your strength, your love, your courage. If you want to continue this journey of motivation and transformation, follow me for more inspiring content. Together, we can light paths and transform realities. Shall we light this flame?